It's more dynamic. It's here's where we are for the quarter, here's what's next. That's way too many meetings, Kelly. How do we keep up with that? And you should be focused on the growth goals of the department. Everyone loves a good meeting, right? Said no one ever. But meetings and agencies are critical because as we do our agency assessment, we find almost universally in the top 3 areas that people are concerned about, one of the top 3 is always communication. Now, in agencies, there's either no meetings, terrible meetings where we just go over carrier updates, or inconsistent meetings, and none of those are going to work. We actually recommend and we install into agencies through our agency assessment a couple different meeting types. The first one I find to be the most critical, yet people sometimes struggle to adopt. It's the one-on-one coaching meeting with every team member. The reason that sometimes this meeting is hard to adopt is because we don't have enough leadership roles in an agency. So it all falls on the agency owner. We need to develop team leads that, they're not ownership level, but they can be the point person and get valuable feedback. But every week for 30 minutes, it's crazy to think that we can't meet with an employee, go over their performance, go over what's working, what's not working, allow them to speak and give them some pointers and feedback. This also stops the idea of, oh, you're getting called in the principal's office every time that there's a problem, or it's an annual review and it's scary. It desensitizes all of that. That is one meeting. We also think you should have bi-weekly department meetings, and these should be focused on the growth goals of the department. So reviewing the metrics, training on what's one strategy we can grow, taking a look at, how you go ahead and address any updates, what's working, what's not working. These are great check-in meetings. They need to have an agenda. They need to be high level. They need to be about growth. They do not need to be about this, that, and the next thing. It should be motivational. We should be pumped with a clear vision of what we need to do for the next 2 weeks. The next one I like monthly, an all hands on deck meeting. This is led by the agency ownership, an update of where we stand with our 10-year vision, our goals, our values, just an update. Sometimes it's a lunch meeting. It's just the state of the union for the agency. And finally, having a quarterly offsite meeting that involves training, but it's more dynamic. It's here's where we are for the quarter, here's what's next. You can get those meetings done. Your agency will be an expert in communication. Now, you might be feeling like that's way too many meetings, Kelly. How do we keep up with that? The reality is that you keep up with it because now we've reduced some of the friction. We've reduced some of the miscommunication. And instead, we focus 100% on crisp, clear communication that is consistent and reliable that everybody can use. So if you have any questions, let us know, but this is all part of our agency assessment.